Welcome back to Velf Creations. Last year we shared a short video featuring an animal-themed memory game we made using our laser engraver. It was such a fun project, and we knew we had to bring it back with a holiday twist. This Christmas, we're creating a full tutorial to show you how to make your own festive memory game with the xTool F1 Ultra Laser Engraver. From designing pairs of Christmas-themed icons to engraving them onto wooden discs, we'll guide you through every step to create a handmade game that's perfect for family fun or gifting. Let's dive in. Last time, we made these discs using the xTool F1, but since then, the Ultra has been released, so we'll be using it for this project. We think it's perfect for projects like this because it engraves so quickly. To get started, we'll attach the alignment bracket. We will be making 20 pieces today, so this will help us position our wooden discs accurately every time. Although we know some great jig makers out there who can probably make something to engrave all 20 at once. We bought these discs at Michael's. They're super affordable. But you can also cut out similar ones from plywood if you prefer. Once we have the focus set to the top of the disc, we will get that moved over to our alignment bracket. Great! Now let's head to xTool Creative Space. We will set up a new project and rename it to Christmas Memory Game. If you guys are interested, we will have this project linked in our description with full settings and designs added. First things first, we like to add a circle to our workspace. This way, we can position our design perfectly in the center of the wooden discs without the need to frame every time. When you first hit framing, you will see a rectangle which can be a bit tricky to position on a round disc. So we will hit the button next to framing with the 3 dots. From there, we can change the framing mode from rect to outline. Now we will see a circle. Next, we will use the keyboard arrows to move the design up and over to the left. Clicking the arrows on the keyboard will make really precise and accurate movements. Holding Shift at the same time will move the design a bit quicker. Nice! That looks good to us. So the next thing we want to do is lock the circle by opening the Layers panel and clicking the lock icon. This will prevent us from accidentally moving the circle in our work area. The other important step is to select the circle and ignore it on the right side so it doesn't engrave onto our wood. Perfect. Now that we have that all set up, we can create some icons. If you guys haven't used the AI generation tool built into XCS, we will quickly go over this cool feature. It is located on the left side menu bar, and opening it up, we are presented with a few options. We want to make simple icons today, but you can create very detailed and complex ones or even engrave family photos onto them. We already generated our first one, which is this gift box. The idea is that we can now resize and position this icon in the center of the circle that we used for framing. But in the meantime, we will move over this one off of our work area. Designs that are placed here will automatically be ignored. Let's head back to the AI generation feature for the rest of the icons. All you have to do is type in what kind of icon you want, and AI Make will generate them for you. You can select the aspect ratio and the amount of designs that you want it to generate for you. It only takes a few seconds, and you end up having a great-looking icon. We will quickly get the rest of ours generated and placed to the left side of our work area. We are going for Christmas-themed ones today, but you can create any icons you want. Something else that we wanted to mention is the vector editor that is built into XCS. Sometimes you may get an image that has some additional paths that you may not want. To fix this, simply double-click on your generated vector. Highlight the points that you don't need and hit delete to remove them. So easy. Another option for icons is located in the XCS shape library. They have a built-in festive category where we can also find a lot of perfect icons for this project. These are great for quickly producing something when you are short on time. And they also include some awesome embossing depth maps that work great for things like brass coins. If you would like to try these engravings for yourself, we will link the project in the description. There, you can find our Design Find profile with some other awesome projects. Okay, now let's get the settings added. We will go for a shallower engraving this time so we don't have to do any masking or cleanup after the engraving is complete. We will use the blue light laser, power set to 100%, speed to 1000 millimeters per second, and lines per centimeter set to 220. Awesome! We will start with the Santa and get him positioned in the center of our framing circle. The great thing about the Ultra is just how fast these engrave. Each design here took under 15 seconds, so you can really knock them out quickly. Just a heads up, there will be some flashes in the next part of the video. As we all know, the Ultra doesn't have an air assist to keep the smoke residue from showing up on the edges. However, doing a shallower engraving is reducing the chance of discoloration, and also having a powerful exhaust fan or air purifier connected really helps remove the smoke quickly and acts like an air assist system. You can see from these results the engravings are nice and clean and don't require any post-processing. Another tip for those who may not be aware of this feature: double tapping the start button on the Ultra's controller will rerun the previous job, and since we need a pair of each design, that is what we are doing off camera. You can really knock these out quickly if you are doing more than one set of game pieces. We want to say a huge thank you to all our amazing subscribers for your continued support. You're the reason we love creating these videos. If you're new here, we'd love to have you join the Velf Creations community. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let us know in the comments what laser engraver you're using, whether it's the xTool F1, the Ultra, or another machine entirely. And while you're at it, tell us what projects or topics you'd like us to cover next. Your feedback helps shape our content, so don't be shy. With all the designs done, we also wanted to add a title to the back of each piece, so we quickly typed up Christmas Memory Game in a nice font and engraved each piece. These went really quick because we were able to do all of them just by double tapping the start button. We also picked up some of these canvas bags that we will use to hold all the pieces. We like to place something underneath these bags like a slate coaster to protect the Ultra's base plate just in case we mess up any settings. We created a larger version of our game label and set the power to 100%, speed to 3000 millimeters per second, and lines per centimeter. We left at 220. The bag was a bit wrinkled, so it may be a good idea to press them first. The engraving turned out a bit light, so we ran them for a second pass to get a darker look. With these, there is a fine balance because they are pretty thin, but craft stores do also sell felt ones that may also work great for these. Alright, so with all of our items engraved, we can set up the game. For those who have never played a similar game, the object is very simple. You first lay out all your pieces facing down in a grid order. Then, 2 or more players take turns flipping 2 pieces at a time with the objective to match both designs. If the designs don't match, the player flips the pieces back over and their turn ends. If the pieces match, the player collects the pieces and goes again. The game is over when all pieces are gone and the player who collected the most wins. Once you are done, you can add all the pieces to your custom canvas bag. This is a perfect game for kids and just in time for Christmas. That brings us to the end of the video. Let us know what you guys think. Thank you for watching and stay creative.